This area overlooks part of the Hudson Valley, and way, way far away over there, that next set of mountains are, I think the Berkshires, straight west, or straight east, I mean. Well, if you just look through, all the way over there, I'm pretty sure those on the horizon are the Berkshires. Right here we have Schizachyrium scoparium with a little blue stem up on this beautiful glade. Here's a funky leaf from an oak. It looks like it's part of a red oak, but this is a weird hybrid. Look at the shape on that, because the normal northern red oaks, they look like this. See, that looks normal. This one's a weirdo. Here you can see a little bit better. The mountains over in that distance are the Berkshires. And you can actually see the Hudson Valley right there too. Or the Hudson River. That's the Hudson River. That's awesome. And there it is more. The largest river in New England. Look at these weird ones. Weird moss. So, closest thing might be Allocomnium palustre, or the ribbed bog moss. I don't know. It looks much different from the ones that I see growing around southern New England. It's definitely a weirdo. This area is too nice. I can't stop taking pictures. Here's another beautiful shrubby cladonia, or deer moss. Look at that. That thing's awesome. It's a lichen. Ah, fuck, that's cool, and that's how big it is. So purple, no, not purple, it's like this unbelievable white or blue, or there's just slight amount of like a tinge of like purple. Did you know these are also cladonia? They're trumpet lichens, or stalked. They're cool. Right here we have paterdiums, or brackens. Bracken ferns. Still can't get over this moss. Look at that thing. It wants to call it Thudium delicatum or Calcadium imponens, but I'm just like, no way. Look at it. That thing's a weirdo. Majority of this is all polytrichum. That's this little stalky moss here. And then right there is Thudium delicatum. And we have some more dicranums. These ones are dicranums here. And all through there. And all that purple leaf stuff, that is Gaultheria precumbens. Here we have Pleurozium schreiberi, or red stem moss. Looking beautiful. Now we're in a nice grove of Kalmia latifolia, or the mountain laurel. Big ericaceous shrub. And one thing I've noticed about the ones here is they have much smaller leaves than the ones in southern New England. Much smaller. Super narrow, really. Maybe like 25% smaller, or up to 50% smaller. Here's more of that Calcadium haldinanium, or beautiful branch moss. This stuff is pretty common in these parts, and it's pretty nice. I love it. And there's your Thudium delicatum. These two seem to be very common. The chestnut oaks up here are pretty stunted. I mean, stunted towards the very tops of them. There's a forest just like this one in Groton, with not stunted, but I don't know, yeah, there's more or less stunted chestnut oak. And the woods in Groton is the same exact form. Kind of shrubby, not too tall. It's actually typical. This is how a glade in New England typically looks. With stunted chestnut oaks and occasional pine and red oaks. And Quercus ilicifolia, the bare oak, here and there. Look at this beautiful sandstone rock covered with dicranum moss, which is a spruce moss. It's light green up here. You have some sort of shrubby cladonia. That's this kind of lichen thing right here. You have Some sedges and grasses. This is probably wavy hair grass. And those little guys, these little leafies, these are sedges. And then if you look closely, these ferns, that's Calcladium and ponens. Over here, we got some more Polytrichum, Thudium delicatium, Alucominium. This is juniper haircrap moss, or Polytrichum juniperium, I think, or juniperum. Look at it all. I love this lichen. Just forming tufts that are dangling off the rock. I want to say this is a dicranum. This dark red moss here. And this is some kind of liverwort, a marchantophyte. Look at that thing. Definitely a liverwort. And this is a dicranum, I believe. Another weirdo. This one will be on inaturalist. It's another bryophyte. I'll have to look up the genus or get it learned one day. Here we have another plant in the sunflower family. This is in the genus Heraceum. Or it could be a panicled hawkweed, it could be a rattlesnake hawkweed. It could be a variety of different hawkweeds, but it's definitely a Heraceum. Look at the beautiful hairs in those leaves. Get the underside. Look at that. Beautiful. Here we have the remains of a nabulus, or rattlesnake weed. These are dangling, usually white or green flowers that bloom in the fall, like September, August, October. And it's another one that's in the sunflower family. You need the leaves to tell what species they are, though. But it's definitely a nabulus. Right here we have Monotropa hypopodes, or pine sap. Isn't that nice? It's another ericaceous plant that is parasitic on fungi, a microheterotroph. Here's an epic strategy. You use the buttons on your sleeves to attach them to your front so you don't have to wear them, because they're currently on my back. See that? Look at that. Boom, storage. We got various red spruce reaching up through the canopy. You can tell it's red spruce because the, I don't know, their branches don't dangle. The kind of leafy needles on Norway spruce dangle when they get this size. Beautiful second succession forest here. Or it's just the beginning of second succession. The first succession would be the oak trees and the occasional beech and poplar. But right now the second growth are red spruce, eastern hemlock, white pine, striped maple, American beech. I saw a couple Australias. We have mountain laurel. Beautiful forest. Sandstone bedrock.